Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham,
Hey, y'all.
Tim Thurber,
Hello.
and this is State of Atlanta.
Did other people not get that second start?
With second start, what do you mean second start? Did I mess up something?
Did the music not start like looping?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
I don't know. I didn't hear that.
Oh, weird.
It might
Weird.
have.
It's not like I'll go back and watch it later to find out what happened. So
No, never.
Welcome back, guys. All right. Let's see what we got. What's going on? What's going on in the world of, besides Ryan having an earthquake right now with his camera? What's going on in the world of Georgia State?
Spring practice that opened, right? Today's day one.
Started
Nice.
Today. Spring practice started. Which means football's right around the corner. Only like 200 days to go or something like that.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah,
And by the time it comes around, we'll have a brand new team again.
we have a brand new team right now.
I know. Again, that's what I'm saying. Again, we'll just have a brand new team again.
So that was the focus of AD Coach McGee. Can I call him that?
Should we
allowed to
give
call
him a
him that?
doctorate? Should we have Dr. AD Coach McGee?
I don't think you give the doctorate unless he earned it. Or if they give him an honorary, which
honorary doctorate Coach AD McGee
It'd
or
be
AD Coach
ADHCDM. There.
it's a SOA honorary.
Yeah, sure.
PhD.
So
whenever he does move on to the next program that he coaches, we're going to have so many resume builder acronyms for him. He's going to be like so much more than what he ever had before he came here.
He'll get any job in the university system he wants. He'll just
President of the United States McGee. There you go. You heard it here first. No, he did a post game presser, a post spring practice presser.
He did.
And said essentially that this is going to be a new team every year, which I'm glad head coaches are starting to just adopt this mentality. Like you're not keeping your players. Continuity is over. The P4 does what it wants. You won't keep guys for 2, 3, 4 years. You might get them for 6 months. You might get them for a year. There's a lot of background noise right now. I don't know what's going on over there, Ryan.
Oh, I don't know, but Ryan's got a microphone right in front of his face.
It wasn't me.
I was moving my microphone.
Oh, it's you.
It may have caused some interference.
Sorry. But he basically said, "Hey, look, this is the new reality. We're not gonna whine about it. I'm sure he doesn't like it, but he's just saying, like, basically, hey, ball out here, go there, come here for a year, show out, get paid, go to the NFL. Who knows? He could be anything."
Do you think he's been talking to Coach Hayes? And he's like, Coach Hayes is like, dude, it's a new team every season, man. This is just the way it is now. You came in here. I was already here for a year, 2 years. This is just the way it is. You can't keep these guys anymore.
I think it is.
Is McGee's kid still on the team? Is Austin McGee still on the roster?
Does he take some P4 money and ball
Could you
out
imagine, like, your dad is your head coach, and you have to like, hey, Dad,
So-
I'm gonna buy Mom a car. Like, how you buying Mom a car?
None of your business.
Going to
UCLA. He did say we're going to have like a junior college mindset, which I don't know how I feel about that statement. I mean, I guess junior college mindset and the fact that we will take all kinds of players from NAIA, D2, D3, the portal, the P4, like everything is open to him. There's nothing that we won't look at, no player we won't evaluate. He loves people from Atlanta, which I think we all agree is awesome.
Well, the talent is just the state of Georgia and the Metro Atlanta area is just too GD rich in talent in all sports. I mean, I don't know what it is about Atlanta and the surrounding area that has, when you have things like places like Texas and Florida and California, where like a lot of these recruits come from nationally. Yeah, I get it. These are massive states, massive populations, and I love living in Georgia, but all those 3 places are way cooler to live in. And as far as a teenage athlete goes, don't you want to live in one of those states? So I don't know how Georgia actually has so much talent rich that just keeps on getting bred here year after year. But man, that should just be your bread and butter, right?
You'd think there's so much talent here, just take a little bit of it. You can like miss on some people, hit on some people, and you probably have a better team because of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so you also talked about our favorite team and maybe our favorite fan.
Oh, I need to look and see if we got in the comments. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Kennesaw State. He said it's great for our city.
It is.
He also said he'd love to play Georgia Tech, which I was like, we're playing Georgia Tech coming up next year.
Well, he is a coach, so he only looks at the next game. He only knows that we're playing Ole Miss right now. He has no idea who we play ever again.
But he would like to play Georgia Tech, so if it's on the schedule, that'll be a pleasant surprise.
We will check the box.
Maybe in a year or two, something like that. Be good. Yeah, I saw that he was talking about Kennesaw State. I kind of felt like it was like an under the breath thing. Oh yeah, it's
great.
It's good for Georgia State to play them. He's already been very open about thinking that we're in the wrong conference. They know that we need to be in a conference better than Sunbelt. I can't imagine a coach that thinks that we should be in a better conference thinks it's a good thing to be playing a team in a lesser conference.
I still think we'd play him. Even if we're in the American, we'd play him. The same series would be set up. I mean, because he's also said in that interview, he doesn't make the rules. He doesn't make the games.
I took that as a jab.
Someone else does that.
And he wants to get butts in seats.
He does.
And
he really does.
And local teams, TDS and Kennesaw, when we play them, it gets butts in seats. It gets Georgia State butts in seats, not just them, right? I hate they're gonna travel well, and we're like, our attendance will be good because they'll travel well. I hate that mentality, but Georgia State fans will show up for those two games like they don't for other games.
I took his talking.
Kennesaw. That's it.
I took his talking about playing Kennesaw as and him not being the one that scheduled that as a jab at Charlie Cobb about making it happen.
You could see it that way. I could see that based on the way he said it. You could see that. Yeah. I mean, he basically said it's out of my control. So.
Yeah, and what do you think is better? Why is it that college football, the athletic director controls the schedule, but like every other college sport, it's the head coach that controls the schedule? And I know
money.
It's
always money. That's the answer. It's money.
Yeah.
I mean, the other ones, they're just sort of throwing it together, probably. I mean, with the exception of basketball, I think basketball probably takes some effort. I'm honestly surprised that's not the AD, but
right.
But for everyone else, I mean, they're just trying to fill up a schedule.
I'm kind of surprised in like college basketball, men's college basketball specifically, that the conference doesn't try to push more. Like, we have that MAC challenge with the Sun Belt. I'm kind of surprised that they don't try to push more of that kind of stuff, or maybe Keith Gill's trying to work some more deals out or whatever that haven't come to fruition. But it'd be kind of cool if we actually had not just a MAC challenge, but a Mountain West challenge or an American challenge. Like, move around. Like, hell, if you could get an SEC challenge or something, that'd be fantastic. Maybe not this season because they'd beat the snot out of the Sun Belt, but SEC somehow is good at basketball now.
It would be an interesting way to fill up games, right? You get, scatterings of different conferences. You get to see different teams you probably wouldn't get to see normally,
Right.
We try to keep things a little closer now than we have in years past, like going out to Provo to play BYU. That's a far trip for
it's a weird word too. Provo just sounds like a jewelry company at the airport or something.
Yeah.
Have you gotten your Provo bracelet? Or maybe like a knockoff AirPods or something. I don't know. Just sounds weird.
Your Provo pods.
Provods. I don't know.
But I love the presser. I thought he did a good job. He was classic McGee. But like, I trust him, man. I trust what he's doing, and I think all of the student athletes trust what he's saying and the direction he's trying to take the program. You just feel it.
He definitely has a lot of weight that he can throw around, and I agree. I like it.
Calling my coach fat.
We'll see what's that?
Said you calling my coach fat?
No.
Said he's got weight
to
throw around.
Yeah, and I really wish I had a better funnier comeback, but I really don't. It was kind of interesting. So, Freddie Brock entered the portal. We found out over the weekend as well. Wasn't he one of the guys that said he wasn't going anywhere?
He was one of the guys that says, "I'm not going anywhere."
And we don't know where he's going yet, because typically when we've seen these guys leave, these bigger name guys leave, it's like one day they're leaving and the next day they're at Auburn, or the next day they're at Missouri, South Carolina, some crap like that. This one we haven't heard anything yet, and I'm just surprised that we haven't heard anything yet.
Maybe the agent's still working on that deal, making sure it's solid NIL money. I mean, I'm sure he's going to go to a P4 program. There's just no way
he better go to a P4.
If it's to another Sunbelt team, I'll be like, nah, this is terrible.
It depends. If he's a grad transfer. So if he goes somewhere that has like a master's that we don't or something, then
okay,
that'd be like, all right.
If he
wanted to do something else with his life,
if he's in this for the education and not just the fame, the glory, the money,
and he should,
I get it. Then I get it.
If he's in this for the education, then I want him in the portal. I only want people that are here to play football for Georgia State and win us a conference championship. So go get your education somewhere else. I don't care where you're going, Freddie Brock.
I want him to get a good job where he can hire me somewhere.
Hire you. You want a kid that's 15 years younger than you to get a good job and hire you.
Yeah, well, he's got all these connections now because I didn't have Coach AD McGee helping me network and find another job and all that stuff. So, I just didn't make it as well as he's gonna.
It's true.
We'll see. He's a nice guy. He'll do well in whatever he does, whether it be physical or intellectual. But also, I think the big surprise portal addition we saw over the weekend was Zach Gibson.
Yeah,
he was celebrated on Senior Day. Like this guy is a senior. He's not coming back. His college football days are behind him, and he's entering the portal. He can play one more year. I don't know what happened there.
I mean, is he also a grad transfer then?
Maybe a post-grad transfer. I don't know.
Maybe they gave another year of eligibility for something.
Well, obviously they did. The NCAA gave him eligibility for some reason. I didn't look into it to find out what it is, but it's kind of weird that it happened. It happened.
Pretty sure they just hand that out like candy now. You want another year? Take it. It's fine.
They're afraid of like lawsuits.
We're not going to fight it. Yeah.
Nope. It's way easier. It's cheaper for us than just to let them go. So kind of, but I don't know. One of the things that Coach McGee talked about in his presser as well was like what the quarterback room looked like. It looks like everybody's mobile quarterbacks. He did not mention my guy Ragland at all. So
he did not.
So he mentioned Veer, Cam Brown, no relation, PJ Hatter, and TJ Stanley, which are all like just cool quarterback names. But also so is Braylon Ragland. I don't know what happened to him.
He's still here, right? Yeah.
I think so. He's not getting the attention of the coaches, at least. We'll find out on spring game. What was that, April 11th?
April 11th, yeah. It'll be good.
Nice.
I was highly disappointed you got the spring game and the baseball game wrong.
Yeah, apparently there's more than 1 month with an 11th on it. And so I confused the March 11th Georgia Tech baseball game with the April 11th
Coastal Carolina
spring game. So yeah. I'm an idiot.
I was so excited when you said it. I'm like, man, that sounds like a fantastic day.
Well, we do have, but since you mentioned it, we do have that March 11th Georgia Tech game coming up next Tuesday, 1 week from today.
We could go to it. What time is the game? 7, 6?
I think I put it in my notes as 6 p.m. next Tuesday.
I don't know.
We'll figure that one out. It'll be fun. I had a good time there before. So, also, obviously, we need to talk about basketball, but we've already started talking about football. And my happiest day of the year happened on Friday. Ryan's going to log off now. We got our schedule release for the season.
No way. It's important to me this year.
Where's the breaking news?
I don't have that logo. I don't have that.
That's not breaking. We've had it for days.
I know. We've been looking at it, studying it.
I was so busy when it came out. Normally, I can my job's pretty flexible, and I can just I can put things off for an hour or two to look at some other stuff. But I was so busy. I tried so hard to look at the schedule, and I couldn't. But I went back and did my stuff. What do you guys? I mean, Ryan, I know you couldn't give two shits
Ryan
about it.
loves it.
Oh, for those of you guys who don't know, I am engaged to be married now, and we are setting a date in fall.
Hey,
What?
So we needed the schedule so we could figure out when to not schedule.
So just for those keeping score at home, Ryan will be getting married either on September 7th, by week number 1, or November 1st, by week number 2.
Or one of these Thursday game weekends.
Well, there's the one Thursday game. Yes, it could be October 25th.
I think
as well.
that's what we're circling.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Ryan finally cares about it. It came out, and now he doesn't care about it anymore.
He's like, I'm good. Schedule's done.
Pretty much.
Tim, did you have any fast reactions to the schedule?
I like that our bye weeks are separated by 4 games. I think that's a nice addition by the Sun Belt Conference. Thank you. 2 away games, whatever, at the end of the season. I guess they got to do something, but I don't hate it. I don't hate the order of it. I like kind of having a bye week after Vanderbilt, coming off our big W up in Nashville, and then going on to face James Madison at home, App at home, and then head to Southern. I don't mind that at all.
I think that our schedule actually gets easier as the season goes on. Like that was our thing last year, was we got to win early because the second half of the schedule is so brutal. And the schedule is naturally broken up into 3-4 game segments, which is with the bye week, which is great. I don't like exactly how the Thursday game gets placed, but whatever. It is what it is. It's after TDS, not before TDS. Okay, fine.
Sure.
I
feel like they have a Thursday game before they play us.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at all the other Sunbelt teams that we faced to see how that kind of goes. But if you think about it, look at it, that first third, we're at Ole Miss. That's good. They're preseason ranked at 24th, 25th, or something like that. They're a good team. Memphis,
always
good American team. They beat us 50-something god awful to who knows what it was last time. Murray State, home game, FCS, we should beat them, but I think that we're 0-1 in that series overall from our early days. And then at Vandy, hey, we beat them last year at home, kind of a fluke, whatever. They went on to have a great season. There's gonna be some high expectations there.
They'll be looking for payback.
It's a tough 4 games to kind of go in a row. Bam, week off, like it. Then you got Jimmy Madison at home. You got Appy State at home. You're at Trash Down South, and then a quick turnaround to a Thursday game, South Alabama. That's a tough. That's a tough way to start Sunbelt play. But now you got 9 days off before you go to Coastal, which we've never lost at Coastal. All right,
so
cool.
That's a W.
Marshall, we're 1-1. It's not like an immediate loss there, and we're hosting them. Although I think the time we beat him was actually away. At Troy, that kind of sucks. At ODU, a team that we should always beat. I think ODU is one of those teams I think we should always beat. I don't think we should ever lose to ODU. And we
should have won that year that we lost to. That game won't ever happen again. Never. That series of events will never happen. Right, exactly. It's a pretty tough schedule. I mean, everything you just said.
But it gets easier. It gets
easier as you hit South Alabama.
When you're 7 games into the season.
7 games in, 0-7, start winning.
When you go into that short week against South Alabama, that's when it starts getting easier.
I mean, it's a tough schedule. The first 4 tough.
I don't like the ending the two games on the road, which I see all the time. But including this coming season, we'll have 3 of the last 4 seasons have been ending the season 2 games on the road. And I'll even say this. I'll come out and I'll say it. I don't think Trash Town South should end the season 2 games on the road. No team should ever end their season 2 games on the road. Are
they on the road too?
Half, I don't know, but half of all college football ends their last game on the road. I understand that. That makes sense. Or
2.
a neutral site game, whatever. But no team, no conference should ever intentionally schedule the last 2 games of the season. I mean, we're already facing a problem in attendance in college football. There's big programs that are actually reducing the number of seats out there. The fan experience has been going down for a lot of people. Why are you doing something like we play one home game in 37 days to end the season? That's absurd.
That was kind of weird. Didn't think about it that way.
At least that's like the cold part of the season.
It is chili cook-off too, right?
Chili cook-off will be Marshall.
November
Who's going to do some bison chili?
Ooh, that could be a huge winner.
That could be a huge win right there.
That sounds tasty. Also expensive, probably. I'm assuming bison's not cheap.
We have a local connection here with Ted Turner.
Oh.
So you're the one that's going to do it with your connection to Ted Turner?
Well, I mean, by local connection, I just feel like he probably sells it cheaper in Atlanta. I don't know. That makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Why would he ever sell it for cheaper? Yeah. Just go to Ted's Montana Grill and be like, can I just buy some bison from you?
Also, look at the schedule, not including the bye week, the September 27th. You could theoretically see the Panthers play 6 games in a row before they head off to TDS. If you go to Ole Miss and Vandy, 6 in a row.
Yeah, well, I mean, and then Trash Down South is not a horrible drive. I mean, actually, it's a horrible drive. It's a horrible place. I kind of joked about this on our group chat when the schedule came out, because the Atlanta Public School is out that week of school leading up to the Trash Down South game down in Statesboro. And I made the joke, what's worse than spending your kid's vacation in Disney, driving back through Stainsboro for a football game on your way back? But
did you call it Stainsboro?
Stainsboro.
If I did, that was a subconscious autocorrect.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get yourself to go to that game, then you got South Alabama.
Like
you got South Alabama after that, another bye. You could theoretically go play some golf in frigid November 8th at Coastal Carolina, come back home, see them again for Marshall, then head over to Troy. It's not that far. And then the only game you're not going to, because it is freaking far, Old Dominion.
And yeah, I mean, unless you got family up in that area for Thanksgiving,
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah. I looked at going to that game, but it's expensive to fly there because it's Thanksgiving.
Right.
And it's Norfolk.
But that Troy game, the week before Thanksgiving,
that's drivable. Easy.
We should do the bus. We need to do the bus again. We need to revive the bus trip. State of Atlanta, chartered bus, sponsored by Max and whoever else I can get.
And State of Atlanta.
Day trip. We're not sponsored by State of Atlanta. We're asking for money.
We just are.
We need the dollars.
Sponsored by the people that are paying tickets.
That would be a good bus game. It's easy drive. Hopefully,
it's 2.5 hours. Like that.
Hope it's a late afternoon, early evening game, not super late game, and then go to the game, head back, maybe stop at a Waffle House. Was that where you all stopped?
A Buc-ee's. Get a Buc-ee's. We do we can't do buses at Buc-ee's, though, can you?
Oh no, you can't.
Really?
Yeah, they don't
allow trucks. I don't know about buses. They don't allow commercial trucks to stop there. I don't know about chartered buses or not, but yeah, I had not thought about it, Tim. You're not wrong. Like starting the season off at Ole Miss, that week 1 game, the diehard fans are ready to do something, to go to a program like Ole Miss, to the Grove, get that tailgating in. Yeah, that's an easy sell to diehard fans. You host Memphis, you host Vandy. You host Murray State. Who doesn't want to go to Nashville for a week? I got non-Georgia State friends that want to go because Georgia's on bye that week.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to go up there to make it a guy's trip. All right, cool. All right, week off. We host Jimmy. We host Appy at Trash on South. And then Thursday game, South Alabama. Man, we're 3/4 to the season, or 2/3 to the season.
Gone every game.
And we've gone every game. I'm not going to Trash on South.
It's the end you kind of got to commit to. The Coastal and the Old Dominion, if you really want to.
Coastal, I'm not going to go to Coastal. No. Troy, bus trip. I'm not going to ODU.
Yeah. So I mean,
I can
10 out
commit.
of 12 games is a lot.
I
I'll
do
be at
actually want to go to Norfolk at some point. I looked at pictures and it looks really nice, and that the seafood I bet is pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish they wouldn't put it
Yeah.
the Thanksgiving game. That's all. Just
Yeah.
move it a little bit.
It'd be nice. So I don't know. I don't have a lot of complaints with the schedule. But my biggest thing is once again end of the season with the 2 away games. Yeah, it's kind of nice having the 2 Bama schools in conference as our out of extra interconference rivals, interdivision rivals, or whatever it is. I think that works out well for us. I think that Troy, we have a chance to travel well to them. We had a chance for South Alabama to travel well to us, even though it is a Thursday game. It's not horrible, so not the worst.
Yeah, I like having Troy and South Alabama from the West come here.
I think Troy
it's a good mix.
we should play. I say it all the time. Whenever Troy comes up, I say we should play them in every sport every year, including football. I think it should be a protected interdivision, and that's what it was, interdivision, and a protected interdivision rivalry with Troy, just because we're too close.
Who?
There you go.
Ryan's been off his game. He's doing.
He has been off his
right
game.
Who?
Ryan State.
Gene Hill University.
Gene Hill University. Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really look at other Sunbelt team schedules, so because I don't really care about them. But
Nope.
I mean, I like our schedule. I like how it lines up. I like the bye weeks. The only thing I don't like is those 2 away games at the end. If they could just flip, like literally have away, home, away, I'd be okay. I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, my number one is that those 2 games away, and then I wish, and this is not a big deal because it happens to a lot of teams. I just don't like the way that we have the Thursday game and then a bye week. I'd rather have a bye week and then a Thursday game, just to avoid the short week, the 5-day week. But whatever. It's a home game. We're only traveling from Statesboro beforehand. It's not horrible. I just don't like it. But I'm picking at that point. So,
are there any stats that prove any of that out? I know people talk about it a lot. I've just never gone out and looked at it to see like if traditionally people on a short week do worse, like if than they typically would have, or
yeah, I mean, I'm sure somebody has. We can figure it out.
yeah, I just didn't know if any of y'all had ever read anything about that. I know because like I feel like we just accept it as common knowledge, but like I don't know if it bears out.
I think you could, whether it's legit or not, you're allowed to not like it.
Well, but if you don't like it because of something that's not true, then then
what do you guys think about having that Thursday game? Typically, it's been a while since we've had a midweek Thursday game at home, right? Our Thursday games have been on the road most of the time.
I am not a huge fan of Thursday games, but we host. I don't care if they're away. Yeah. It crimps the tailgate experience. Otherwise, you got to take days off.
No, I already took off that Thursday and that Friday completely.
You have that
full
whole
days off
ready.
2 days.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, it makes sense. It's I don't know. It's fine. Thursdays are typically pretty open, but yeah, I mean Tim's right about tailgating. I haven't really taken that day off recently. I don't think. I think I usually just show up a little bit later. But
I feel like last time we had a Thursday game, people showed up around 4, give or take. I think
it's been a minute since we've had
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute since we've had a home Thursday that's not an opening weekend game, right?
Right.
At least I don't remember it.
And that one, when it's bookended to a holiday, it's a little different. You can get away with it. Right. Thursday, October 23rd. I mean, the week before Halloween. I don't know. Like, there's no holiday. Well, there's a holiday for you on Friday, right? The 24th.
What's the holiday for me?
You have it off.
Oh, yeah.
You made it a holiday. But yeah,
well, I mean, what's the point of taking a Thursday off if you're not going to take the Friday off as well? Like, who works Monday through Wednesday, takes Thursday off, and wakes up on Friday morning and goes, I want to go to work today? That sounds like a great idea.
I mean, I can tell you one of the years we had a Thursday night game and I worked on Friday. It was rough.
Yeah.
It was not fun. So we'll see. Might be another rough Friday, October 24th. Yeah. Maybe a sick day. We'll see. I feel sick in a couple months.
Well, if you're gonna take a sick day, then let's go do some day drinking.
On the 23rd?
Whatever day. I'm always in for day drinking.
Both days.
Isn't that Halloween weekend like a rivalry type thing? And do we just have a bye?
We have a bye on Halloween or the November 1st. So
Our big
Yeah, so
rivalry
so
is
those of
with,
you that tend to
bye
travel
week.
down to the world's largest cocktail party are set.
well, I
guys
stopped
are-
doing that years ago. I only went to 2 or 3 of them, like a
Oh, I was
decade
talking
ago.
about I was talking about 10 specifically.
We've usually had, so the funny thing is we've usually had a Thursday game that week, the following week, the Halloween.
We were at UConn last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
on a
it-
Friday night.
On a Friday night,
right?
But we always had like a Thursday, Friday, a weird thing before that Saturday. So this is the first time I feel like we had a bye that week.
Yeah, you were saying, because you guys go to, you guys have to split your time between UGA and state, and it worked out well for you guys with the way the schedules are, that it's favorable to be able to make a lot of state games. The mismatches are like stupid Austin P and garbage like that. Teams that you don't care about seeing Georgia put up a bazillion points against.
It's almost like Coach A.D. McGee had a word on when things happened.
Well, if he had a word in there, I want to have a word with him about having 2 games in the season away. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But we're in the heart of basketball postseason play, and
we just skipped the last 2 games. I think we should.
we talked about how
We
were
were double
supposed to
bye.
go.
That's all that matters.
We still managed a double bye. We lost both games. We still managed a double bye. I don't know how that happened, but we were projected to go 1-1. We went 0-2. We had no business losing either one of the games.
Nope.
Somehow we're still 8 seed. How you guys feeling about this?
I kind of don't want to be on the same side as Southern, but I kind of do want to be on the same side as Southern to not let them advance.
I don't like that would be the first game after. Like they are the round before us. So they get a single round bye. They play the winner of Southern Miss and Coastal Carolina. And then winner of that game against them, we play. I don't like it that our first game could potentially be against Trash Down South. But I don't like any game against them. So
as long as it's only if it's that game where the 38-36 where the guy peed his pants.
Yes. But
that was the best.
I don't know. I'm just looking at this bracket. I
didn't teams play today, right?
No, I think it starts today, right? It starts tomorrow.
Or does it start Wednesday?
Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, maybe I guess it started today. How did
we just love our conference so much. We have no clue it started already.
I can't stand our conference.
I'll tell you how
they started at 8:30 and 6 o'clock. So at least one of the we should know who won Southern Miss and Coastal Carolina at this point.
Southern Miss with the upset.
Yeah, they were 12. They beat the 13. Is it really an upset? Coastal Carolina is only as high as 13 because they beat us 2 2 games ago.
66-63.
A nail biter.
Southern Miss. As far as
defend, you think maybe it's a defensive game, but really it's just nobody's
good at basketball.
No one's good.
All right, so Southern Miss versus. So you said Southern Miss won?
Southern Miss beat. Yeah, no, it's not an upset. 66-63. I mean, it's as close as you can get, right?
All right, so they'll have Trash Down South tomorrow. Oh, we have a Louisiana matchup right now.
We do.
Monroe and Lafayette.
Yeah,
what's going on in that game?
Let's see if ESPN wants to tell me right now. It just has live, which doesn't really tell you a whole lot. It's a live game.
We should be into the halftime right now.
It literally just says live. Okay. It is 26-24 Lala beating non-Lala.
Wait, at halftime?
At half. Yeah.
26-24?
Mm-hmm. the rims in the arena, they're really cold because it's usually an ice rink. And so it's a really tight
26. The two teams have combined for 50 points in the first half. I don't know a lot about basketball, but that seems really low.
It's ice cold right now.
All right, so we'll find out tomorrow. Trash Down South plays at 6:00 American time. Central is not American time. For those wondering at home, although the entire
or is Eastern time.
It's not. The entire bracket's broken down into Central time, and I don't like. I was born in Central
confusing.
time.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
That's dumb.
Central time is dumb. Well, I guess we'll find out.
So we have the Eagles versus the Eagles tomorrow, right?
The Golden Eagles versus the Trash Down South Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Yay.
Golden Eagles versus Trash Eagles.
I wish these games were actually on like regular ESPN or something like that. If you're gonna play a 6:00 game, put it on a network. Not that I want to give Trash Down South any kind of coverage or anything, but come on, put the game on. Like, I would like to actually be able to go to a bar and watch these games, not pay my $6 a month to watch it at home. It's tournament basketball. Tournament basketball should be on bars, at bars, right?
David, it's Sunbelt tournament.
Oh, that's why it's not.
See, you forgot one of the modifiers, and it was an important one.
Yeah.
Because nobody else cares.
Yeah, but on Thursday we're gonna care because we want
Georgia State to be
on TV.
Six, right?
6 American time.
Okay. Well, I'll be watching.
The only reason I'll care if we win. Look, if we go all the way, whatever. But I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
All right, Meatloaf.
But the thing is I don't want to lose against TDS.
Correct.
I want to beat them, and that's all I really care about. If we play them, we win. If we don't, then I don't expect to. And
honestly, if we do have to face them, I feel better the fact that we lost to them on Friday. Because if we had beaten them 2 times in the regular season, it's just so hard to beat a team 3 times in one season. So I'm okay with that, whatever. But I was looking at it. So if we win on Thursday, we face Marshall the following day. Marshall, we went 1-1 with. We beat them on the road. We lost them at home. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows what's going to happen there? But then we played both Arkansas State and South Alabama, our next matchups, and we played like absolute garbage.
So we scored to play them, right?
We scored 59 points against Arkansas State, and we scored 51 points against South Alabama. If we can make it past Marshall, yay. If we can make it any further, miraculous.
If we can get to the championship game, we'll be there. Probably not. I just want to win our game, and if we lose against Marshall, great. That's what was supposed to happen, right? I mean, that's how this bracket is built. They want the higher seed to continue winning,
right,
over and over and over again to eliminate the lower team.
Yeah, but we can beat. We've beaten Marshall. We beat them on the road before. This is technically a road game, even though it's a neutral field.
So, do you feel like we would have had a better shot against App State? Well, Texas State would have been the game. We would have been Texas State. So Old Dominion or ULM, Louisiana to face us. And then after that, App State, Troy, and James Madison. Which side do you feel better on? I don't know. I don't like either side.
It's kind of weird how that other side is, other than the Old Dominion, is a very West Division
side
of everything. Yeah. I don't know. So I got into a conversation with Nelson on Panther Talk today about the whole tournament thing and just how weird it is because the regular season champion in the Sun Belt rarely makes it to the tournament, rarely wins the conference tournament. I think it's been, according to Ben, it's been twice Georgia State and once Little Rock, I think, was the regular season champion and won the conference tournament to make it to the NCAA, and how normally somebody else makes it because of these weird buys, and I know this is a new schedule, but weird buys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of we were kind of going back and forth on it, and I really think that if we're gonna have a tournament, you got to drop all these extra teams, top 4 teams. The best thing for the Sun Belt is top 4 teams play at regular season champs home court, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, go into a championship game, and that's it. That's your winner. I think that's better for the conference as a whole. This whole Pensacola thing, there's no way that Pensacola is making money on this whole deal, or not enough money to. Sorry, Pensacola's probably making money. There's no way the conference is making money on this whole thing. I think the best thing possible would be to put this. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if back in the Ron Hunter and even the Lanier days, when we were top 1 or 2 in conference, and you got the sports arena to host 4 teams?
It'd be packed.
It'd be packed for all the even the non-Georgia State games would be packed because Atlanta's easy to get to. But like, if there's going to be games and whatever the other Sunbelt teams would be, like I'd be way more compelled to go watch Georgia State as a 2 seed play a 3 seed in, I don't know, Hattiesburg or Mobile or something like that than I would be to go see us play in Pensacola. You have no idea what's going to happen over there. I think there'd be a lot more excitement, something that actually would probably make better TV viewing as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not in the top 4, it's a tough sell to head to Pensacola, right? It is. Like,
yeah,
it was tough when I was in New Orleans too to go to it, but I went a bunch of times and it was fun, except for the arena because it was far away.
Well, they sold it as being in New Orleans, but you got, I hate New Orleans, but you didn't get the benefits of being in New Orleans. You were in an arena that was nowhere near all the other stuff that people talk about being New Orleans.
It was close to the lake if you love Lake Pontchartrain.
No one likes anything in New Orleans besides leaving.
I had a fish out of there. It was gross.
You didn't like it either, did you?
It wasn't. It was not good.
It was toxic. It was mutant.
So
I hear you. I mean, obviously they moved away from on-campus sites. We tried to start it that one year, remember?
But it wasn't on campus for the entire thing. It was on campus, for the first or maybe first and second or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
No, I think they just need to drop it. Top 4 teams. If the goal is really for the Sun Belt to get the number 1 team, the best team that Sun Belt has to offer that season into the NCAA tournament, top 4 teams, number 1 team's home site, it'd be a lot more fun. I mean, and think about that as far as playing for regular season champ. You're playing to host the conference tournament at your house. How cool would that be?
God, what would they do? What was a 4-way tiebreaker? They have to break for this. 4-way conference champions is what they deem this. South Alabama, James Madison, Troy, and Arkansas.
Well, they gave it. Well, they obviously gave the championship to South Alabama. That'll be the eventual NIT bid if they don't make it to the NCAA's, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, they can't give it to 4 teams or 3 teams, right?
Right.
Well, potentially 4 if they all lose.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
So you're talking about like your best case scenario then is your 5 and 6 seed teams win the conference tournament. How about we do 8th and 6th seed team win the tournament. 8th seed wins.
8th seed wins. I'm like, you can't have 2 teams win the tournament.
I meant to go to the championship game.
we tie.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, we've digressed.
Beat this to death, right? Also, just not to
what about the ladies? How are they doing?
Not to discredit, the ladies also ended up 8th seed. They'll be playing Thursday morning, I think at noon or 1 or something like that. The men and then the men's play later on at 6. I think it's noon they play. So good luck to the ladies, and I think they play the winner of like Monroe or somebody. I don't know. 12:30 on Tuesday.
I think 2 of our players got Sunbelt honors. I know it's Ryan's favorite rating system. Cesar, I think it was just Cesar got 2nd team, and then Mahogany got 2nd or 3rd team. I can't remember.
Oh, I only saw Edwards as 2nd team.
I think Mahogany got something from the women's.
I probably missed that. I missed
Yeah.
that. But I saw Edwards got second team.
Yeah.
For the record, I'm cool with first team. I'm
Everything
I'm
after that
I'm
doesn't
even
Well,
matter.
I'm
well,
even
you
kind
shouldn't.
of okay with
No,
second team.
who should have a problem with first team? No one should have a problem with
No
first
one.
team.
I know, but it just got said. This is my. It got commented that I
It's
don't
your
like this whole
passion.
thing. So I was like, well, the first team is
Well,
okay.
because we didn't get
Yeah,
first team.
I'm just clarifying my position.
Oh, all
I
right.
know you like first team. I think everything after
It's
first
okay.
team, you're kind of like, eh.
Yeah, it's a good honor to be like the best whatever your position is in the whole conference. That's cool. Even in the second team is like okay, all right. It's maybe okay, but third team, no, guys, you're last place.
Oh,
That
I
was
mean, it's
wrong.
then we by your reasoning, Ryan, we should not have a top 25 ranking. We should have a top 1 ranking.
Well, I've consistently also said that everything past 10 is nonsense.
Oh yeah, so we should have 10 teams. First team Sunbelt, second team Sunbelt, third team Sunbelt, fourth team all the way down to 10th team Sunbelt. That's okay.
You sort of broke up there.
Oh,
Mikhaila
well,
Tollivert was third team.
okay. I completely missed
Better award. Mahogany was defensive player of the year. That's good honors.
that. What?
Yeah. Sunbelt defensive player of the year, Mahogany Matthews.
Nice.
That's a good one.
That's one of our players. I don't think I've ever heard of him.
I know, right?
Women's basketball.
He's a defensive player and his
Women's
name's Mahogany.
basketball.
Come on, you
Women's
know,
basketball.
Mahogany's women's. We watched the women's game. Well,
Oh.
sorry, Ryan, you didn't watch it, but David, you were there.
I was there.
Yeah, he didn't watch it either. You didn't watch it. Nobody watched it.
I was intent on I was the one that actually got people watching it on Friday.
No, you had people stay.
That's solid.
Friday night. Friday night. Last game.
Oh, right.
We need to keep her. She's probably gonna get some offers. I'm sure women's basketball players get offers for NIL, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm sure they do. Did they get offers from Georgia State?
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if she's defensive player of the year, some higher.
Speaking of that, isn't like the collective like super high now?
Is it?
It's like 600 something. Oh,
what is it, Brian? Is it all blue?
There's
all
been a
nil?
critical error on this
all
website.
blue, all nil. Yeah.
Ugh.
What?
Someone call Mike Holmes. The website's down.
Is it?
Yeah, there's been a critical error on this website. WordPress is crashed on the all blue all NIL website for me.
Oh.
So.
Oh yeah, yep. There has been a critical error.
All right, I will message Mike now, which is a great time for Tim to take us out to last call.
All right, thanks for everyone listening. We're going to take a quick break here. Restock the bevs. I'm kind of out right now. I'll probably use the restroom, and we'll meet you over at last call. If you want to support the show, or if you don't, do it anyway. Patreon.com/State of Atlanta. You get live access, streaming to last call, group chat, which is always lively, merch discounts, free beverages at tailgates, and more. Only $5 to be a fan of the show. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Peace. Oh, where's the other thing I'm supposed to go to? Closing. There we go.